if you're not a grandparent yet, but you're hoping to become one, here's the one thing you need to discuss with your daughter. At just 27, Love Island star Amy Hart has decided to freeze her eggs, prompted by the news that she may be facing early menopause, just like a mum. Here to tell us why every mother and daughter should have the menopause chat sooner rather than later. Please welcome Amy Hart. Lovely to see you. You're looking fabulous.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know what? Just saying that, I never had that conversation with my mum. I never discussed the menopause with my mum.
I think for me it started with when, obviously, I was very unlucky in dating, and my whole thing was, what if I never have children? What if I never have children? And it was my mum who said to me, well, if you get to 35 and you haven't met the right person, we would financially and emotionally support you to have a baby on your own.
Because your mum and your nan went through the menopause at quite an early age.
Yeah, and my auntie as well. And also, they all had all their kids by the time they're 25. So we had nothing really to go on. And then, obviously, they all went through menopause sort of early 40s.
But what age did they go through the menopause?
My nan and my auntie is 42. My mum started at 44.
So quite early, yeah. My sister went through it 37 to 38.
Yeah.
She started going through it quite early as well.
Cool.
Yes.
I get the panic because my mum, well, we were talking about this earlier, went through her menopause in her 30s. And before we decided to have Rex, I definitely considered the egg freezing route because I knew I wanted more children and you are likely to take after your mother with the menopause. But when I found out what you have to go through, it's effectively like going through IVF,
yes,
isn't it? It's actually really, really a tough experience. So...
Well, the fertility MOT in itself, I was told, well, I sort of probably selectively listened, that it was a blood test and then a scan. So I'm thinking it's like a jelly belly scan.
Yeah, yeah.
So when they asked me to take my pants off, I was like, sorry, like, at least take me out first, you know what I mean? So it is an internal scan, which wasn't actually as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
No.
And he had a look around and then turned to the screen and was like, would you like to see? Like, this is your ovary, this is your other ovary.
And so what was this?
Did you
Was
see
this
eggs
like...
in it? Did you see the eggs?
Yeah. Wow.
So this was a fertility MOT. Right.
So they look at, so you do your blood test, which is for AMH level.
Right.
And then they do the internal scan to look at your ovaries. And where I was in my cycle, I had the perfect number of eggs. I think I had 15 on one ovary and about 8 on the other, which is good because you only need 1 out of those is what you ovulate. So that was that. So he said, yep, eggs are looking really good. Took me over to the desk and was like, so your AMH level is 8.5. So I'm thinking out of 10. I'm like, lovely result. Turns out it's between 6 and 20. So it's actually quite low for my age.
And what is that?
So that is your prognosis for how long you'll be fertile for.
Oh,
so
they don't know for sure, do they?
I don't know for sure. It's not a guarantee, and it's like egg freezing, not a guarantee. It might not work.
Yeah.
But it's just a sort of indicator, and it fits in with my family history as well.
Right.
In that I probably will go through menopause in early 40s, which then I didn't think there's going to be any problems. I'm 27. I've always had regular periods, never had any problems at all. So as much, I've always wanted to freeze my eggs. Like, yeah, I'll go for fertility MOT. It's not going to be an issue. So when he said that, I was like, wow. OK, and everyone kept saying, it might be bad news, it might be bad news. I was like, yeah, but I'll be fine, I'll be fine. When he told me, I was like, wow, OK, like, that's OK.
That's really fine.
Yeah, because that has now...
say, you're gorgeous. Why do you think you have so much trouble in relationships? Why have you not met somebody?
We told you she was blunt.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like...
I think all the people that I've met, I've either been too much or not enough for, so I need to meet someone that I'm just right for.
Too much in what
Well,
way?
they should be just right for you, Ames.
I know, that too.
No,
I'm quite a full-on person, as
so
demonstrated on national television.
Do you know what? Going back to fertility, did you freeze your eggs? Have you frozen?
No, so I'm going to do it in March.
And you are definitely going to do it?
Definitely going to do it.
Because it's a big old process, isn't it? I think sometimes when I looked into freezing my eggs, I just thought, I don't know what I thought, actually. They were just going to pluck an egg out and put it in the freezer. I know that's very
That's what it sounds like.
It does. But it's the hormone injections.
Yeah, 10 days of injections to make your ovaries work overtime.
And the emotions, so your hormones are all over the place.
So my friends are really looking forward
It's a
to that.
big decision.
It's a big decision.
So they 10 days injections, and it's another injection and another injection. Then you have to go under general anaesthetic. So that's the thing. You've got to be really sure about it because although the risks are small, there's obviously always a risk when you have general
But what if you
anaesthetic.
meet someone now between now and March?
I'd still
Would you
do
still
it.
do it? Yeah.
So I'm not going to live my life by whatever man I meet. But as well, you don't know. I could meet someone, get married, and then get to 35, try for a baby, and then say, oh, actually, those eggs you froze when you're 27 are better quality than the ones you've got now, so we'll use those instead.
Well, and you are also going to have to find a way of fertilising these eggs, aren't you? So if you don't meet somebody, then presumably it's a sperm donor or
sperm donor.
Another willing participant?
One of my boys, there was it was obviously a quote taken out of context about how I was going to have a baby with my gay best friend. I never knew how many gay best friends I had until it was all over the papers. And I got lots of texts saying, why didn't you choose me? Is this me? Did I drink this when I was drunk? And they all had the screenshots all sent to them. As soon as it all went live, all their phones were going, is this you? Are you having a baby with Amy? Not that I know of.
Of course, it's technology that allows you to have these options, isn't it? And it's a wonderful thing. Is there a risk, and I'm not trying to pour cold water on things, but the NHS doesn't provide this service, and they don't particularly recommend it. I mean, you're 27. Do you maybe just need to kind of chill out and let things go a little bit?
Oh, maybe, but I just think I'm going to do it at some point, so my eggs can be better quality now than they are in 2, 3, 4 years' time.
I
had my first child at 39 and I have the most fantastic child in the world.
I know.
But everybody is fertile at 39.
This is the thing. My mum's best friend had a baby at 44 with no help at all. But obviously, all my family had all their kids at 25, so I can't bank on that. And I think I did always think, you know, I can do whatever I want. My 20s are for me, my 30s are for having kids, lovely. And then you go, oh, actually, that's not my decision, that's my body's decision. So if I can have... I'd love to meet someone, get married, have kids naturally, fine. That's my dream idea. But if that doesn't happen, I've got my insurance policy, which isn't actually an insurance, it might not even work. But...
And do you know what? I do think that maybe it is... I know that the NHS is under huge strain, but maybe there is something in... If you have parents who have extremely early menopause and you really would like to harvest your eggs, maybe there is something to be said about that being a service that we do offer some people. I don't know.
Well, so 35 is a cut-off date, is it?
Well, no, I think, now, probably potentially earlier. It was something I thought thinking about earlier because of my fertility decreasing in my late 30s because of the early 40s menopause.
But you've also been doing Celebs Go Dating.
Yes.
Have you met anyone there? Let us know.
I'm not really allowed to say, but I did randomly, because I sort of forgot I was on a date, did bring up the fact that I was freezing my eggs, which apparently is not something you should say on a date.
No wonder you're having trouble finding someone.
I quite like it. When I first met Joe, so the first thing I spoke to him about was how I wanted to have more children. I think if you're up front with someone, I know sometimes people go, oh, but then
maybe not on the first day. Might be a bit early.
And have you been watching Love Island? Anyone that you're...
Yes. I mean, I love it. Like, I'm totally obsessed. I love Love Island, and obviously I missed out on last year's series. So, yeah, I'm loving it. I think the twins are getting a bit of a bad rep because it's not their fault they had to go in and steal someone. That's the game. And at the end of the day, as I learned, it's a game show. And I was like, you've got to play the game. And I got so angry with people in there because they're playing a game, but it's a game show.
Yeah.
If looking in there now, is there anyone in there you think, oh, I wish I was in there this year with that one?
The new Connor.
Oh, the new Connor.
Him or also like Callum, he's quite cute as well. And obviously other Connor is from Worthing, so I have to support my local boy.
Oh, very lovely. It's lovely. It's lovely. Well, listen, Amy, thanks very much for being so honest and sharing your fertility journey with us, your baby backup plan. But me and Linda still hoping you find a nice boy.
We do.
Amy Hart, everyone.